What's up, guys? Welcome to the Academy Devblog. So, the Academy is the new tutorial level that is going to replace the current tutorial level. It has around 20 stations, and it goes over almost every game mechanic available. Besides a few, like pumping is covered by the pump guide, and EMS, which has a guide in the assessment HUD. So anyway, the way this works is there'll be signs around the map, and you go and interact with the sign, and it will start that tutorial portion. You can stop and start any tutorial whenever and move on. As you complete them, they do save, so if you leave or want to do it later, then you can come back, and the ones that are completed are still finished. So in the future, I'll be adding something to where that if you do them all and you complete the whole map, that you get a special customization gear option with possibly more unlockables in the future. When this does come out, which I'm aiming for Friday, if you complete it then and then I release the unlockable later, you'll still get it without having to redo the whole map. There is going to be a multiplayer version which features a similar map, same map actually, but without all the smaller tutorials and probably 3 to 4 structure fires on them that you can run through and kind of role play or just train your friends, something along that lines. So this is going to be a quick overview of the map and how it works. So go up to your sign. It gives you a brief description of what going on. It walks over the gameplay mechanics, tells you how to get the equipment like before, and then what you need to do to complete this tutorial. So this one pretty much just says find the fire, put out the fire, and then ventilate with the fan. So we can go ahead and close that. As you can see, our fire's raging. Before this becomes public, it'll be inside the building. Obviously, there'll be some obstacles and stuff to get through. And this is just your entry level structure fire. There'll be a more in-depth one in the final test, which kind of goes over all the mechanics. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go and pump override here. Go ahead and put out the fire, and then we'll put the fan at the door. And this update's obviously titled the Academy Update. The next one after this will be full controller support. And then the update after that will be truck company. So we'll walk over to our square. We'll place our fan. You see, smoke dissipates. Gone. Tutorial complete. Sign turns gold. So that's how they all work. We're going to do a quick overview of the map now. Alright. So we have an entrapment station, which this will be pretty in depth. The two biggest in depth tutorials is the structure fire one, the entrapment. Yeah, those two would be pretty much the most in depth, as they're the most complicated and probably one of the most common situations you'll run across. So I have a miscellaneous fire station, which includes dumpsters and then random objects on fire. We have windows, which include ventilation and how to climb through them. Doors, which have your metal doors, and then your normal residential doors that are both breakable and forcible. Roof ventilation. Roll-up doors. Pipe leaks. Propane tanks. Barrels. And the hazardous gas. Fire alarms. Electrical boxes. I did kind of set up, if you guys want to do like a road course with the tiller or so, something like that, you can. Mock cars. There's like a fire station here that you can spawn whatever 2 trucks you want. For the multiplayer map, I'll probably have up to 3 stations. I'll change the map around a little bit to fit the trucks better. But basically how this works, we'll actually drive over there, is there's a maze and there's multiple victims in the maze. And I'll just give you a brief overview. I don't want to spoil what's inside, but it'll be smoked up, hard to see, and all kinds of obstacles and stuff, corners, weird walls, stuff like that, with multiple victims hidden throughout. So, go back to the overview. The water tower's here just because it looks cool, I think, for now. But here there's gonna be hazmat spills and forestry trees. A ladder tutorial for both the ground ladder and the 24-foot, and then a ladder truck tutorial, which will kind of explain how to set them up, how to use them, stuff like that. And then you'll have your final test, which will just be a mix of all the stuff you learned through this whole academy. And that's pretty much it. The big problem with the current tutorial is it breaks quite frequently, and just it was a mess to code. So this one kind of has each station individually set up. If there's any issues, I can isolate it to those stations while being also more in depth and kind of focus on each mechanic as a whole and be a lot more descriptive. So anyway, guys, this is it. Any questions, comments, suggestions, go ahead and leave them below. Check out the Discord and have a good night.